Hi, my name is Chelsea Walden. Every college student has experienced those days that turn into nights of studying, cramming for an exam just hours before it's going to happen, and stressful semesters that never seem to come to an end. We all share a strong, loyal commitment to one thing that always helps get us through. Today, we're talking about coffee. In this speech, my group and I will be sharing with you the many reasons why we love this delightful beverage, along with showing you how to prepare it and enjoy it to its maximum. Any coffee enthusiast would agree that the best way to have your coffee is preparing it with a French press. Matthew, who works at Starbucks, enjoys making his coffee at home with a French press. He will be showing you all the tools you will need while demonstrating how to create the perfect French press at home. To bring even more excitement into your French press coffee experience, you can find a pastry or food item that helps complement the unique and flavorful notes within that coffee blend. Grace also works at Starbucks and is in the process of becoming a coffee master. She will be showing you food and pastry items that pair perfectly with a blonde, medium, and dark roast. Coffee does a lot of good things for us. It gives us the energy to keep going. It helps us function like normal people. But it also brings us together. Kate is a true coffee lover, and she will be telling you the many ways coffee brings us together. She will be also sharing some fun and interesting facts you might not have known about your coffee. For some of us here at Arizona State University, it is because of coffee that we are here. My name is Chelsea, and I am also a partner at Starbucks. I am here getting my education through the Starbucks College Achievement Plan. It has connected me with partners all over the United States, like my partners in this group. Whether coffee is a part of your daily routine, an absolute necessity, or just an occasional treat, it is a college student's best friend and our favorite. You might want to take some notes because Matthew is now going to show you how to make a delicious cup of joe. Take it away, Matthew.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Chelsea, for that great introduction to the French press. My name is Matthew Richard, and as Chelsea may have gone over in the introduction, I'm actually going to demonstrate how to use the French press and what is very important to this French press right here. But before we actually go into use of the French press, I wanted to address what is going on in this French press. Okay, so we have the standard 8-cup French press right here. Inside is where the 8 cups go of hot water with the coffee grounds. And then right here is where the French press actually gets its name. It's a little press that goes up and down that you do to press the grounds down to the bottom, and then you have your coffee on top. Okay, so now we address the French press itself. The other thing I want to address with the French press is the grounds itself. It's very important to have a very coarse ground for the French press. As you may see right here, it's very coarse. The reason why it's coarse is because of the wiring within this is very fine, so the grounds will get through. And the other thing is, of course, is it adds more aroma to the actual coffee itself. So now that we address that, I'm going to go over the 4 easy steps of using the French press. So first things first is you want to have 200-degree water, give or take. I know you guys are at home, so you can use a tea kettle, and when you hear the steaming, perfect. That's perfect water temperature, or if you see steam coming off this, that's good water too. Second step, you're actually going to measure out 5 level scoops of 2 tablespoons. You can, right here, you can see it, this is a 2 tablespoon scoop. You can pick it up anywhere, grocery store, or anything like that, okay? You're going to measure out 5 level ones. It'll come out perfectly. Most of the other places, like Starbucks and other things, does it by weight. But for all intents and purposes, 5 of these works out to exactly the same weight. Okay, third step, you're going to add the hot water in here. I'm going to put it on here, okay, like this. Let it set for 5 minutes. After the 5 minutes are over, all you're going to do is press down, and you're going to pour it out, and you'll have your beautiful French press. Okay, so now let's actually do it. So I have the hot water heated up. Step 1 done. Step 2, you're going to measure out 5 level 2 tablespoon scoops of the coffee of your choice. 4 and 5. Next, you're going to take all this hot water, pour it right in here. like that. Beautiful. So you can see it kind of set there. All we're going to do is we're going to set this on top, let it set for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes are over, you're going to press down. And that is a good noise because you want to make friction and make sure all the coffee grounds get to the bottom. Beautiful, like that. That is done. Next thing, you'll have your cup of coffee right here. Pour it straight out and in. Okay, and there's your cup of coffee. So to go over, remember there's 4 steps to make a French press. Number 1, hot water, give or take around 200 degrees. Step 2, 5 level 2 tablespoon scoops of coffee into the French press. Step 3, add the hot water and grounds together. Let it set for 5 minutes. After that, press down and you will have your cup of coffee. Now that you have this beautiful cup of coffee here, I'm going to send you over to Grace, where Grace is going to talk about pairing this beautiful coffee with food, which enhances its flavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthew, for demonstrating how to make a delicious cup of coffee. My name is Grace, and I want to share my favorite ways to enjoy a French press cup of coffee. I hope you don't mind. I pour myself a cup while I finish my speech. Enjoying a snack with a cup of delicious coffee is a common concept. If you're a coffee lover, take a moment to think about your favorite coffee shop. It might be a cute little mom and pop shop, or maybe you're like us and you have a special kind of love for the one and only Starbucks. What do these coffee meccas have in common? They have used pastries to enhance the coffee experience. What goes better with a cup of coffee than a melt-in-your-mouth donut? I bet you can't think of anything. Pairing food with coffee can be fun. Each coffee is unique in taste, and pairing different food items will change and enhance the different notes of each coffee. Veranda, which is a Latin American light roast coffee, is smooth and mellow. There are subtle flavors of toasted nut and cocoa in this coffee. I like to get a little creative when I'm home and enjoying a French press. Here, I have made bananas and drizzled chocolate all over them. The subtle notes of cocoa become explosive when you take in a bite into one of these bananas. On the opposite side of the coffee spectrum, we have Komodo Dragon. Komodo Dragon is a dark roast, and it's an Asia Pacific. This pairs well with maple and buttery flavors. Being from Maine, I am totally obsessed with maple. Maple candy, maple donuts, maple glazed chicken. You put maple on it and I will eat it. I wanted to enhance my French press of Komodo Dragon, so I made sweet potato chips, and I drizzled maple all over them. Oh my gosh, they are amazing. Pairing food with coffee is fun, and it shouldn't be limited to danishes and donuts. These yummy pastries, of course, are delicious, but coffee can be enhanced through all types of food. When it's summertime and it's haddock season, I cannot wait to have a cup of my refreshing kati kati with my mom's homemade cracker crumb baked haddock. It is so good. And I challenge you, the next time that you get a chance to enjoy a French press, try Kenya. It's a medium roast, and it's a favorite by a lot of people. I challenge you to sit with that cup of coffee and taste the lemon notes. Now think about a moist lemon cake with icing drizzled on top. The flavors together are amazing, I promise you that. I hope that I showed you that taking the time to taste the subtle notes you get from each coffee and using those ingredients in your cooking and baking can be a blast. All right, next we have Katie.
Thanks, Grace. Now you all have a better understanding, thanks to Matthew, Chelsea, and Grace, not only how to make your favorite cup of coffee, but what delicious foods you get to pair with it. The possibilities can be endless. So, the real question is, what is your favorite cup of coffee? And what foods are you eager to try with it? Did you know that the first webcam in the world was made just for coffee? Way back in 1991, a group of scientists put a camera on their coffee pot and live streamed it to the world to see if the coffee was brewing or not. That's pretty cool. I bet you also didn't know that research shows that coffee can actually help prevent Alzheimer's disease. If you are a regular coffee drinker, you're up to 65% less likely to acquire the Alzheimer's disease. I think that could be pretty handy in the future. Coffee can be used in so many ways, and I personally think that the one most important way used is to bring us together. For example, I feel that coffee brings me together with people that I don't get to see face to face on a daily basis, such as my friends, my family, some old coworkers. The list can go on. But many people do this because coffee is delicious and pretty convenient, I would say. You can find coffee almost anywhere, a grocery store, right down the street, a gas station, everywhere is coffee. So, while purchasing your favorite cup of coffee, you can always grab something to munch on while reminiscing on the good old times with your pals. I also like to drink my coffee while sitting down and reading a book or doing some homework. For some reason, coffee has this weird effect on me that helps me focus a lot easier than if I were to function without coffee. Can any of you relate to that? One of my favorite foods to eat while drinking my favorite cup of coffee would be a blueberry muffin. Preferably one that is nice and warm so that when I take a bite, it melts in my mouth. How does coffee make you feel? Coffee has a huge impact on me, and not just me, but everyone around me. After having a cup or two in the morning, I usually feel pretty happy and energized. I feel like I can do anything. Maybe not run a marathon, but almost anything, I would say. Coffee really does help me prepare me for having a long day. And after that long day of completing tasks, doing homework, going to work, I get to come home knowing that energy wore off and I get to go right to bed. Typically, when we all drink coffee, we are more likely to have a positive outlook on life and our day versus a negative outlook. You attract what you put off. So have a positive outlook on your day. Have a positive outlook on your life. And it'll help you attract many great people in your life. Some that you get to have coffee with in the future. Do you feel that coffee has a positive impact on you? And if so, what ways does it have a positive impact on you?